Your landmark is the belly button, and usually after you have a baby, when it's nice and firm, it should be just maybe 1 or 2 finger breadths above the umbilicus. Uteruses are different sizes, so obviously really tiny women, you're going to feel it maybe right at the belly button or a little lower. It just depends. So, okay. Yeah, maybe, because I'm having a hard time, like, finding it, too. Like what she was saying, because it does kind of, like, the balloon sort of gives a little bit more resistance, so it actually kind of feels like it might be a little bit more firm than what you're trying to do. And so, just kind of gotta, like, push a little bit harder. Pinching a little bit. Okay.
Can you do that with real people?
No, if only you could. And so what they were saying about the bimanual, if you were seeing like a lot of blood or the uterus isn't contracting or it's still pretty high up on their belly, you might think they have clots or something, which is impeding the uterus from contracting. So what we do, like, so bimanual is a little different, like just sticking 2 fingers in and trying to feel the cervix to see if you can get clots out of the lower uterine segment. That'll help a lot, and that'll help the uterus contract too. So while you're doing that, so like another thing, like I can feel the balloon with my 2 fingers, so that's really good. So you could say like maybe if your balloon had like an opening right there, so that would be like the cervix, representing the cervix. Okay. So you could like feel inside the uterus, because that's kind of what you're doing to get rid of the clots. Oh, I can feel it. Okay. And then like for the bimanual, that's like usually, we don't usually do that. Like I think obviously if it was an emergency, us midwives, we would do that. But it's putting your whole fist in and you're kind of compressing, like smushing the uterus from the top down in with your fist in, and you're making it contract kind of with your hands like that. So most of what we do, we just put the 2 fingers in and we're in the lower uterine segment while we're doing this. I think the skin is good. I can definitely feel. I think the balloon makes it a little difficult to feel if it's like really baggy, well, which is good because I couldn't really feel exactly like where it is, and now that it's deflated, I can definitely feel that there's like a firm uterus. Maybe making, oh, I was feeling that anyway, I think. Okay. Maybe making this bigger, I think, and you said it's going to be fixed too, right? So it's not like moving around.
So it's not moving around.
I think the inside bigger. Yeah, I don't know, like, because it's much easier to feel like the firm uterus than it was the baggy uterus. And I don't know if, like she was saying, maybe adding like liquid or something to make it feel more like
slushy,
gelatinous. Yeah, because it's kind of what it feels like, even though there might not be stuff in it. It just feels really mushy. Yeah, like you can feel the outline of the uterus kind of like this, but it's just like really, really, really mush. Okay. And then once it firms up, it really does feel like a big ball, like a big firm grapefruit, like really hard. So I think that really does. This is really good at the firm, but the baggy was kind of hard, I think, for me to feel.
That it was
true
a
baggy uterus. Okay. Yeah. And I'm not sure if it was just because the balloon gives a little resistance, when there's air in it and stuff like that. So, but I think it's really good.
Okay.
I think the vagina. I mean, everybody said that. Yeah. I mean, are you going to be? You're just solely going for the actual firmness of the uterus, or are you actually going? Are you going to do like the bleeding and techniques to also help along with fundal massage?
Well, okay, so realistically, we're working on this project for another quarter. That being said, this project may not end with us.
Okay.
And like other groups may pick it up whenever they have this course if they feel like the project's going somewhere, which we're pretty sure it's going to keep going.
Right.
So we're going to keep all of this like intact, and like it's probably not going to be done by like the end of this quarter.
Right.
Because it's like
because we only have so much time.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We just won't be able to get everything done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like it will continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll be like with one of us through like a master's program, or with like other people that we talk to. I know a group last year taught us.
They did a similar mannequin for pelvic examinations, and so they basically made it with pressure sensors inside everywhere in the cavity where you're supposed to sense, and then it would light up.
Oh,
like
that's cool.
as it like it was basically like operation,
Okay.
and it would light when you touched it. So
Okay.
um, that was their project. But uh, this is basically a sidestep off of that project because they
Yeah.
realized that they had such success with that they gave us
Yeah.
something similar
That's
to.
cool. The other thing I was thinking, like maybe too, since like like pregnant women, like their muscles, their skin is so like stretched
Distended.
after they have a baby that it's a little bit more easy to kind of like move your fingers around their belly to feel where the uterus
Okay.
should be.
Okay.
Like this, when it's firm, I can definitely feel it, but when it was inflated, it was hard for me
Okay.
to really feel like actually where the balloon was. And I don't know if it was this because it doesn't give so much, or if it's this the
Mhm.
balloon itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I think you can definitely play around with that a lot and get like a better feel. I don't know if liquid would make it feel better. Like this is kind of full, but like it's sticky too. Like if yeah, I don't know if that would give it like more, like if it was less full, maybe more of like a.
So like a thinner balloon with like a thicker substance in it, you feel
I think
like that
so.
bad?
Yeah, like I think so. You can feel that